So hello everyone, welcome to my channel GK for GC. Here today we will discuss general knowledge questions. Please watch the video till end without skipping it. And a request, if you find my channel interesting, useful and informative, please like, share and subscribe it and support us. So let's start today's GK questions discussion. And one more thing, that these questions are mainly for SSC, CGL and other general competitions. So question number 1, question number 18. In 1850, Kashmir was sold under which of the following treaties to the Dogra dynasty of Jammu? Option 1, Treaty of Allahabad. Option 2, Treaty of Sugauli. Option 3, Treaty of Amritsar. Option 4, Treaty of Purandar. So the answer is option 3, Treaty of Amritsar. So Kashmir was sold under the Treaty of Amritsar of 1846 to the Dogra dynasty of Jammu. The treaty was signed between the British East India Company and Raja Gulab Singh of Jammu after the First Anglo-Sikh War. Under the terms of the treaty, the British ceded the territory of Kashmir to Gulab Singh in exchange for a payment of 75 lakh rupees. Question number 19. Identify the incorrectly matched pair of the British Governor Generals of India and the events with which they are associated. Lord Dalhousie, Revolt of 1857. 2. Lord Auckland, First Afghan War. 3. Lord Canning, Wood's Dispatch 1854. So option 1 only 2 and 3, option 2 only 1 and 3, option 3 only 2, option 4 only 1. So the answer is option 2 only 1 and 3. So let's see the explanation. British Governor Generals of India events: Lord Canning, Revolt of 1857. Second, Lord Auckland, First Afghan War. Option 3, Lord Dalhousie Wood's Dispatch in 1854. Hence 1 and 3 are incorrectly matched. So type 3, question number 1. Where did the telegraph line be laid first? Option 1, Calcutta to Agra. Option 2, Agra to Jaipur. Option 3, Delhi to Shimla. Option 4, Raniganj to Calcutta. So the answer is option 1, Calcutta to Agra. So India's first telegraph line and office was opened in October 1851 between Calcutta and Diamond Harbour along the busy shipping route of the on the Hooghly. The first telegraph line from Calcutta to Agra was opened in 1854, covering a distance of 800 miles. Soon, telegraph lines linked Agra, Bombay, Calcutta, Lahore, Varanasi, and other cities. So option 1 is the correct answer, which is from Calcutta to Agra. Question number 2. Which Governor General of India used to write poetry with the name of Owen Meredith? Option 1, Lord Dalhousie. Option 2, Lord Ripon. Option 3, Lord Lytton. Option 4, Lord Canning. So the answer is option 3, Lord Lytton. So Lord Lytton, Governor General of India from 1876 to 1880, wrote poems under the pen name Owen Meredith. He published several other volumes under the same name. Some of his famous poetic publications include Siletem Nestra, The Earl's Return, The Artist, and other poems. The Wanderer, Lucille, Fables in Song, After Paradise, or Legends of Exile, etc. Question number 3. The Indian Council of 1892 Act was based on which plan? Option 1 Northbrook Plan, Option 2 Dufferin Plan, Option 3 Ripon Plan, Option 4 Gladstone Plan. So the answer is option 2 Dufferin Plan. So, the Indian Councils Act 1892 was partially based on the scheme of Dufferin, the then Viceroy. He had formed a committee for drawing a plan for the enlargement of the provincial councils and enhancement of their status. Though the Secretary of State did not agree to introduction of the principle of direct election, the principle of representation by way of indirect election was accepted with some limitations. The act was a trimmed version of his scheme. Question number 4. For the first time, postage stamps were released in which of the following reign? Option 1 Lord Ripon, Option 2 Lord Lytton, Option 3 Lord Dalhousie, Option 4 Lord Canning. So the answer is Lord Dalhousie, option number 3. Option 3 India's first adhesive stamp, the skinned dock, was introduced in 1852 when Lord Dalhousie was the Governor General of India. It was introduced by Sir Bartle Frere, the British East India Company's administrator of the province of Sindh. These stamp these stamps were round in shape. Question number 5. The Government of India Act 1919 came into effect on 23rd December 1919. In this act, the reforms recommended in the DAS report was included. Option 1 Curzon report, option 2 Montague Chelmsford report, option 3 National Program report, or option 4 Morley Minto report. So the answer is option 2 Montague Chelmsford report. The Government of India Act 1919 embodied the reforms recommended in the report of the Secretary of State for India, Edwin Montague, and the Viceroy Lord Chelmsford. It was passed to expand participation of Indians in the government of India. This act represented the end of benevolent despotism and began genesis of responsible government in India. So question number 6. The DAS was a group of 7 members of parliament from the United Kingdom constituted to suggest constitutional reforms for British India. Option 1 Fraser Commission, Option 2 Hunter Commission, Option 3 Sargent Commission, Option 4 Simon Commission. So the answer is option 4 Simon Commission. So option 4 the Simon Commission was a group of 7 members from Britain who was sent to India in 1928 to study constitutional reforms and make recommendations to the government. The commission was originally named the Indian Statutory Commission. It came to be known as the Simon Commission after its chairman Sir John Simon. The commission was composed entirely of British members with not a single Indian member being included in it. This was seen as an insult to Indians who were right in saying that their destiny could not be determined by a bunch of British people alone. Question number 7. The Victoria Memorial, conceived by Lord Curzon, represents the architectural climax of Dash City. Option 1 Jaipur, Option 2 Kolkata, Option 3 Mumbai, Option 4 Delhi. So the answer is option 7 Kolkata. So question 7 option 2 Kolkata. The Victoria Memorial Victoria Memorial Hall of Fame is a large marble building in Kolkata, situated in West Bengal. It was built between 1906 and 1921. It is dedicated to the memory of Queen Victoria from 1819 to 1901. Question number 8. Which act is also known as Montague-Chelmsford reforms? Option 1, Indian Independence Act 1947. Option 2, Government of India Act 1919. Option 3, Pitt's India Act 1784. Option 4, Charter Act 1813. So the so the answer is option 2, Government of India Act 1919. The Montague-Chelmsford reforms formed the basis of the Government of India Act 1919. So it is also known by the latter. The reforms were named after Edwin Samuel Montague, the Secretary of State for India during the latter parts of World War I, and Lord Chelmsford, Viceroy of India between 1916 and 1921. Question number 9. Which of the following Education Commission opined that European education would help in moral upliftment of Indians? Option 1, Lithgow Commission. Option 2, Ramsay MacDonald Award. Option 3, Woods Dispatch Commission. Option 4, Irwin Report. So the answer is option 3, Woods Dispatch. So option 3, in 1854, Charles Wood prepared a dispatch on an educational system for India. This document is considered as the Magna Carta of English education in India. The main objective of Wood's dispatch is to impart Western knowledge, information about the Western culture to the Indians, to educate the natives of India so that a class of public servants could be created, to promote intellectual development and also raise the moral character of the young generation, to develop practical and vocational skills of the Indian people so that more and more articles could be produced, and also to create a good market for consumption of those goods. So option 3, Wood's dispatch. Question number 10. In which of the following province of British India Rotwari system was introduced for collection of taxes? Option 1, North India. Option 2, South India. Option 3, Western India. Option 4, Eastern India. Rotwari system. So the answer is option 2, South India. So Rotwari system was introduced by Thomas Munro in 1820. Major areas of introduction include Madras, Bombay, parts of Assam and Coorg provinces of British India. In Rotwari system, the ownership rights were handed over to the peasants. British government collected taxes directly from the peasants. The revenue rates of Rotwari system were 50% where the lands were dry and 60% is in 60% in irrigated land. Zamindari system was introduced by Cornwallis in 1793 through Permanent Settlement Act. It was introduced in provinces of Bengal, Bihar, Orissa and Varanasi, also known as Permanent Settlement System. Mahalwari system was introduced in 1833 during the period of William Bentinck. It was introduced in Central Province, Northwest Frontier, Agra, Punjab, Gangetic Valley, etc. of British India. The Malwari and many provinces of both the Zamindari system and Rotwari system. So question number 11. Doctrine of lapse was given by option 1, Lord Cornwallis, option 2, Lord Bentinck, option 3, Lord Dalhousie, option 4, Lord Canning. So the answer is option 3, Lord Dalhousie. The doctrine of lapse was an annexation policy followed widely by Lord Dalhousie when he was India's Governor General from 1848 to 1856. After Dalhousie became the Governor General in 1848, Satara was acquired as per this doctrine. Other major states annexed by the British as per the doctrine of lapse were Jaipur in 1849, Sambhal, Sambhalpur in 1849, Udaipur in 1852, Jhansi in 1853, Nagpur in 1854. Question number 12. Which Governor General of India in 1772 introduced two courts in each district, a criminal court and a civil court? Option 1, Lord Dalhousie. Option 2, Warren Hastings. Option 3, Richard Wellesley. Option 4, Robert Clive. So the answer is option 2, Warren Hastings. So Warren Hastings, Governor General of India from 1773 to 1785, introduced a new system of justice in 1772. He established two courts in each district, the Diwani Adalat to decide civil cases and the Faujdari Adalat to try criminal cases. In the Diwani Adalat, the collector was to preside assisted by this native Dewan. By the Faujdari Adalat was to be presided over by the Qazi or Mufti of the district and two, two Maulvis subject to the supervision of the collector. Question number 13. Which of the following Governor Generals introduced a code which provided for the separation of revenue administration from judicial administration? Option 1, Lord Wellesley. Option 2, Lord Cornwallis. Option 3, William Bentinck. Option 4, Warren Hastings. So the answer is option 2, Lord Cornwallis. So the administration of Lord Cornwallis was also rendered memorable by the great changes introduced into the judicial institutions of the presidency. He separated the financial from the judicial functions and confined the collector of his fiscal duties, placing him under a board of revenue at the presidency. A civil court was established in each district and in the principal cities with a judge, a register to determine cases of inferior value and one or more convenanted assistance. Every person in the country was placed under the jurisdiction of these courts with the exception of British subjects who were by act of parliament amenable to the Supreme Court. To receive appeal from the Zilla and city courts, four courts of appeal were constituted at Calcutta, Dhaka, Murshidabad, and Patna, and from their decisions, an appeal lay to the Sadar Court at the Presidency, nominally composed of the Governor General and the members of Council. Question number 14. Which British Viceroy of India was associated with the Albert Bill enacted in 1884? Option 1, Lord Ripon. Option 2, Lord Northbrook. Option 3, Lord Dufferin. Option 4, Lord Napier. So the answer is option 1, Lord Ripon. So question number 14. The bill was introduced in 1883 by Viceroy Ripon, who actually desired to abolish the racial prejudice from the Indian Penal Code. Ripon had proposed an amendment for existing laws in the country and to allow Indian judges and magistrates the jurisdiction to try British offenders in criminal cases at the district level. The amended Ilbert Bill was passed on 25 January 1884 as the Criminal Procedure Code Amendment Act 1884. Question number 15. Who was the then Governor General of British India when Sati Pratha became illegal and punishable? Option 1 Lord Cornwallis, option 2 Lord Wellesley, option 3 Lord William Bentinck, option 4 Warren Hastings. So the answer is option 3 Lord William Bentinck. The Bengal Sati regulation, which banned the Sati practice in all jurisdictions of British India, was passed on December 4, 1829 by the then Governor General Lord William Bentinck. The regulation described the practice of Sati as revolting to the feelings of human nature. So the answer is Lord William Bentinck. Under his supervision, the Sati regulation was banned in all jurisdictions of British India. Question number 16. Which of the following viceroys of India addressed the Bengal famine of 1943 by ordering the army to distribute relief supplies to the starving rural Bengalis? Option 1 Lord Mountbatten, option 2 Lord Wavell, option 3 Lord Wellington, option 4 Lord Lithgow. So the answer is option 2 Lord Wavell. So, the 1943 Bengal famine, which is estimated to have caused over 3 million deaths, resulted not from a drought as is widely thought but from the British government's policy failures. Lord Wavell succeeded Lord Lithgow Lord Wavell succeeded Lord Lithgow as Viceroy of India in 1943. One of Wavell's first actions as Viceroy was to address the Bengal famine by ordering the army to distribute relief supplies to the starving rural Bengalis. He attempted with mixed success to increase the supplies of rice to reduce the prices. During his reign, Gandhi was leading the Quit India campaign, Muhammad Ali Jinnah was working for an independent state for the Muslims, and Subhash Chandra Bose befriended the Japanese. Although Wavell was initially popular with Indian politicians, pressure mounted concerning the likely structure and timing of an independent India. He attempted to move the debate along but received little support from home. Eventually, in 1947, Labour Prime Minister Clement Attlee replaced him with Lord Mountbatten. So the answer is of question number 16 is Lord Wavell. Question number 17. The yacht that transferred the power from the British East India Company to British Crown in the that transferred the act that transferred the power from the British East India Company to the British Crown in India was option 1 Government of India Act 1833, Government of India Act 1835, option 3 Government of India Act 1947, option 4 Government of India Act 1858. So the answer is option 4 Government of India Act 1858. So, the Government of India Act 1858 was an act of the British Parliament that transferred the government and territories of the East India Company to the British Crown. The Government of India Act of 1935 provided for the establishment of an All India Federation consisting of provinces and princely states as units. This act ended the system of diarchy introduced by the Government of India Act 1919. India Independence Act 1947 was an act passed by the Parliament of the United Kingdom that divided the British India into two new independent dominions of India and Pakistan. So thank you. Like, share and subscribe GK for GC.